I have done my fair share of psychedelics in my day, but nothing I have ever tried, or imagined, could possibly compare to the visions of Datura. After reading the book, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson, I knew I had to try it. The lawyer in the book told of an experience with the infamous Jimson weed, and at that point I thought I could add a tally to my list of psychedelic substances I have experienced. Let me just say now that Datura is by far the most intense thing I have ever had. I live in a pretty nice neighborhood. There is a forest behind my house, so when I heard that it grows wild in the US I decided to go out hunting. It wasn't long before I was pleasantly surprised to find a nice group of the weeds. I had been through these woods a lot, mostly smoking pot with my friends, and was astounded to know I had walked by these plants so many times without ever knowing their worth. Anyway, I took 3 of the seed pods, the strongest part, or so I'm told, back to my house. Later that night I told my friend to come over and that I had a surprise for him. When he got over he was astounded at my bounty. He, like me, had also heard of Datura's supernatural powers. We decided to do it the following night over at his apartment. I still live with my parents, bummer. So about 6 o'clock at night we decided we were tired of waiting and to get this party started. We cracked open the pods and scooped out the seeds. I was disappointed that there weren't any black mature seeds, and for a moment I wondered if this was the right plant I had gotten. But I got over that quick, telling myself if it wasn't the right plant it wouldn't do anything at all. So we took about 2 pods worth of seeds and pulverized them in a mortar and pestle until we ended up with a bowl of the stuff, so we each decided to take a teaspoonful. We downed the quite nasty tasting semi-powder with a half glass of water. 5 minutes later we decided to take another teaspoon each, fearing it wouldn't be enough. About 25 minutes later I started to feel strange, not like I was building to a peak, but a genuinely strange and inexplicable feeling. I remember laying down and feeling kind of tired and then going up to go outside. I needed to get to the plants, I wanted to look at them very badly. My friend stopped me from leaving, I think, because I ended up sitting down on the floor. I remember thinking about a sandwich I had eaten the day before that I left in my friend's fridge, but then I remembered I had not eaten a sandwich at all, and if I had eaten it, it sure as hell wouldn't be in my friend's fridge. I remember things were strange but didn't feel strange. I looked up and the sky was as blue as could be, but then dark clouds filled the sky and lightning started flashing in the sky. A woman's face appeared to me and I knew it was her. The plants were an extension of her life force. She was calling for me. I tried to run, but then I was back in my friend's apartment, sitting on the floor. I tried to get up. I needed to see the plants, I needed to do something or else she would have my soul. I remember walking towards the door but not making it there. I would always forget what I was doing, and then when I got there was no door at all. I felt trapped. I needed to get out. I looked over and my friend was lying down on the couch with his eyes closed. I remember wondering if he was dead, and then I started to see his hair and fingernails grow really long. He appeared very old to me, and then I saw what was happening. She was taking him. I saw his eyes flash open just then and it was normal again. I remember asking myself where my cigarettes were. Just then there was a knock at the door. It was my girlfriend wondering where I was. She had brought 3 friends with her, all people I had went to school with in earlier years and had moved away. This did not seem odd to me at the time. I invited them in and we started talking about something. I can't remember exactly what. I reached in my pocket for a lighter, light a cig my girl had given me, but when I looked up they were gone. I mean vanished. The odd thing was I still had the cigarette. I shrugged this off and tried to light the cigarette, but every time I tried the lighter wasn't working right or I'd forget what I was doing. I reached over to pet my dog, which is strange considering my dog died when I was 12. I don't remember much after this except lying down on the floor and wondering if I would wake up with my soul still mine. I woke up still feeling weird, but it was manageable. Things were still where I put them 10 minutes later, but my eyes were fucked up for about a week after. I conversed with my friend who had told me he had never been asleep at all. Pretty weird. All in all, an amazing substance, but not for beginners, or even some of the more experienced, only for those who want to be able to say they've seen everything.